Ever wondered why you can't resist clicking on a trending video, or why you feel an instant connection with someone you've just met? Welcome to the fascinating world of human behavior. We're diving deep into the psychological phenomena that shape our actions, thoughts, and feelings. Buckle up for an eye-opening journey through 10 mind-blowing facts and laws that will change the way you see yourself and others. Get ready to be amazed. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It's crucial for us and beneficial for you to stay updated with life-changing insights. Fact 1. The Primacy Effect. Ever noticed how you can't forget your first love or the first impression someone made on you? That's the Primacy Effect at work. This psychological phenomenon explains why the first information we receive about something or someone sticks like glue in our minds. It's why marketers put the most crucial info at the beginning of an ad, and why your mom always told you to make a good first impression. This effect is so powerful, it can even influence your future interactions and judgments. So the next time you meet someone new, remember, the first impression is more than just a moment. It's a memory in the making. Fact 2. The Just World Hypothesis. The comforting belief that good things happen to good people and bad things to the bad ones. Ever wondered why we're so quick to blame victims or justify someone's misfortune? It's because of the Just World Hypothesis. This psychological trick our minds play helps us feel secure in an unpredictable world. We want to believe that we're in control, that if we act right, nothing bad will happen to us. But life isn't a straightforward equation of good and bad. Recognizing this bias can help us be more empathetic and less judgmental, making the world a bit more just in the process. Fact 3. The Hawthorne Effect. Imagine you're at work and you find out your boss is watching you. Suddenly, you're a productivity machine, right? That's the Hawthorne Effect in action. It's the phenomenon where people change their behavior, often improving their performance, simply because they know they're being observed. It's not just about impressing the boss, it's a deep-rooted psychological response. We instinctively want to present the best version of ourselves when we know eyes are on us. But here's the kicker. The effect can wear off over time. So if you're planning to use this as a productivity hack, keep mixing it up. Fact 4. The Matthew Effect. Ever heard the saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? Well, the Matthew Effect is the psychological cousin of that concept. It's the idea that small advantages can snowball into significant benefits over time. For example, a child who learns to read early may develop a love for books, which in turn boosts vocabulary and academic performance, leading to more opportunities in life. It's a cycle that feeds itself. But here's the twist. The Matthew Effect isn't just about money or talent. It's about the accumulation of advantages in any area of life. So if you've got a small edge, nurture it. It might just set you on the path to disproportionate success. Fact 5. The Butterfly Effect in Chaos Theory. Imagine a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil, causing a tornado in Texas. Sounds crazy, right? But that's the essence of the butterfly effect in chaos theory. It suggests that small actions can have enormous, unpredictable consequences over time and space. This isn't just poetic, it's scientific. In systems like the weather, tiny changes can set off a chain reaction that leads to dramatically different outcomes. The butterfly effect teaches us the power of small actions and the unpredictability of life. So the next time you make a seemingly insignificant choice, remember, it could ripple through your life in ways you can't even imagine. Fact 6. The Bandwagon Effect. Ever found yourself rooting for a team just because everyone else was? That's the Bandwagon Effect in action. It's a psychological phenomenon where people do something primarily because others are doing it, regardless of their own beliefs or preferences. This is why trends go viral, or why standing ovations happen. The bandwagon effect is deeply rooted in our desire for social conformity. It's not just about sports or fashion. It impacts voting, consumer choices, and even how we perceive success. So the next time you find yourself jumping on the bandwagon, pause and think, are you making a choice or just following the crowd? Fact 7. The Contrast Effect. Imagine sipping a hot coffee and then taking a bite of ice cream. The ice cream feels colder than it actually is, right? That's the contrast effect for you. It's a cognitive bias that skews our perception of something when we compare it to something else, often in the same context. For example, a job candidate might seem more qualified when interviewed after a less competent candidate. This effect is everywhere, in relationships, in shopping decisions, and even in how we judge our own success. It's a mental shortcut that can either help us make quick decisions or lead us astray. So, the next time you're making a comparison, remember that context is king. Fact 8. The placebo effect in group behavior. Ever been part of a team where just believing you're doing well made everyone perform better? That's the placebo effect in group behavior. It's not just for medicine anymore. This psychological phenomenon can actually boost a group's performance or morale, simply because they believe it will. For instance, if a team thinks they're using a lucky ball in a game, they might actually play better. It's a fascinating twist on the power of belief, and shows how our minds can alter not just our individual reality, but our collective one as well. So the next time you're in a group setting, remember that a little belief could go a long way. Fact 9. The McGurk Effect. Imagine watching a video where someone is saying "bah," but the audio says "ga." What would you hear? Surprisingly, most people hear "da" or "tha." Welcome to the McGurk Effect, a mind-bending phenomenon that shows how our senses are interconnected. When conflicting visual and auditory cues clash, our brain creates a whole new perception. This is more than a party trick. It's a revelation about how we interpret the world around us. It tells us that what we see and what we hear are not isolated channels of information, but are deeply interwoven in our perception of reality. So the next time you trust your eyes or ears, remember they're in cahoots, shaping your reality in ways you can't even imagine. Fact 10. The Google Effect. Ever forgotten something because you knew you could just Google it later? Welcome to the realm of the Google Effect, where our reliance on search engines is actually reshaping how we remember information. It's not that we're becoming forgetful. Rather, our brains are adapting to a new form of outsourced memory. We're less likely to remember facts and more likely to remember where to find them. This shift isn't just a quirky side effect of the digital age. It's a fundamental change in how we process information. It raises questions about the value we place on memory in an era where information is always at our fingertips. So, the next time you forget something, but remember how to find it, you've experienced the Google Effect in action. In a world teeming with information and stimuli, understanding the psychological mechanisms that govern our behavior is more crucial than ever. From the Primacy Effect, shaping our first impressions, to the Google Effect, altering our memory patterns, these psychological facts and laws offer a fascinating lens through which to view the human experience. They not only explain why we do what we do, but also provide insights into how we can better navigate our complex social landscapes. So, the next time you find yourself in a puzzling situation or facing a difficult decision, remember, there's probably a psychological law for that. And knowing it might just give you the edge you need.